Hi, my name's Chris. I'm a Grade 5 audit registered driving instructor trainer with Driver Training Limited. And here today in our video tutorial we're going to quickly go through a briefing sheet for the emergency stop. Now briefing sheets are great if you get the right pictures because one, it helps your pupil understand more fully what's to be done, and secondly, it helps you remember by means of a series of steps the points you need to bring out. So we can first of all bring out to the pupil that with the emergency stop, or controlled stop as it's known, although we do our best to anticipate such things, like if we see a school crossing sign, we would slow down and be prepared for people stepping out, or if we saw a row of parked cars, we're looking for people stepping out, doors opening, anything that could make us put the brakes on quickly. So therefore we'd adjust our speed and give people more room. Things like this unexpectedly will happen. Children may still cross the road quickly for their friends to get to the ice cream van, or just people not paying attention will step out on any Saturday on any high street. So if that does happen, what we want to do is not check the mirrors. There's no point little Tiffany walking out and us doing centre mirror, left mirror, because by the time we've done that, unfortunately, we've run over little Tiffany. So what we're going to quickly do is, in a minute, we're going to practice putting our foot from the gas pedal onto the brake. Now at this point, you can get your pupil or the examiner to actually just quickly do it. So you would say, okay Chris, put your foot over the gas pedal, and when I say stop, quickly apply it onto the brake as if we were braking. In this way you get to see how quick or how slow the person's reactions are. They could stamp the pedal to the floor, in which case you'd want to say, well, we don't want to do it that hard. Or they may take about 3 seconds to go from the gas pedal to the brake, in which case you could encourage them to just move it that bit quicker. Then Chris, what we're going to do is keep our hands in the normal driving position. The reason for this is twofold. In later lessons we will need to stop quickly and perhaps swerve around something, but for today's lesson we just want to stop very quickly in a straight line. So by keeping our hands on the wheel we get to keep control of the car, but secondly, as we stop quickly, the weight of the car is thrown forward, and therefore by having our hands on the wheel we have a little bit of a shock absorber to help us counteract that. Then what we're going to do is what's called BBC, brake before clutch. So what we want to do, Chris, is brake first, then clutch down. The reason we wouldn't want to press the clutch down first is if we're going downhill and we press the clutch in first, gravity will take over and we'll accelerate. But also the reason we do want to make sure the clutch goes down after we've braked is if we didn't brake, we would come up to little Tiffany, hit the brake and just do the best emergency stop in the world ever, get to within 2 millimeters of her, and just as she's wiping her forehead to say, phew, that was close, the car would stall and we would jolt forward and knock her over anyway. So we want to make sure that we press the brake, then the clutch. And once we've done that, we want to pull the handbrake up, go into first gear, get the bite point, then we're going to do a full 360 degree observation. We're going to do left back window, left mirror, centre mirror, ahead, right mirror and right blind spot. Now the reason we're starting with our left back window and our left mirror is that because it's an emergency stop, we didn't intend to stop there, so we don't know what's going on around us. And because it's an emergency stop, we've stopped in the normal driving position. So therefore there's still room for motorbikes, scooters, anything to come up the inside of us. So we've got to make sure that side is clear before we look around, get ready to move off. And there although it needs to be expanded slightly, within 3 to 4 minutes is your controlled stop or emergency stop briefing. And your briefing only needs to be anywhere between 4 and 6 minutes. Any longer than that, it's pointless.